So you're in the market for your first crawler, you've watched loads of reviews on YouTube and they all say ready to run tyres are not really much good, you should replace those as soon as you can for that extra performance. Let's find out today if that's the case with the Absima Sherpa. Hey folks, welcome to episode 5 in the Sherpa series. As promised in episode 4, we're going to be looking at tyres today. So I've got 3 different tyres to test out, or 3 different sets of tyres to test out. I've got the stock ones that come on the ready to run Absima Sherpa. They're on plastic beadlock wheels. Then I've got some mid-range, or well, I suppose they're probably budget aftermarket tyres, which is the Louise CR-Champs, and they're the C3, I think is the compound. And we've also got the Proline Flat Iron XL in a G8 compound. Now, I've been running those for a while now and I've been pretty pleased with them. I'm not sure I'm qualified on the trails to notice a huge difference, but they are better. They are a bit bigger than the Sherpa stock tyre, whereas the Louise Champs are about the same size as the Sherpa stock. So we'll get those in. We'll put some weight in the Sherpa tyres and the Sherpa wheels because I have got weight on my beadlocks already, and I want to try and be as fair as possible with this comparison and compare apples with apples as much as I can. It's not a super scientific test. I'm using B&Q's very best banana wood ply, so that there is some traction on there, there is some grip. It's not a super kind of friction-free surface, but it's not the same as a muddy trail or a mossy rock or whatever. So bear that in mind. But we're going to run the same stuff on each time, so it should be a good comparison side by side. It's not a terrain video, it's just a side-by-side comparison video. So without further ado, we'll get stuck into that now, and we'll see which one comes out the best. Okay, so here's the wonderful setup. Nice bit of construction ply, and I'm using my trend level. This desk is pretty close to being level, so I'll zero it out at that. Never quite zeros. There we go. So 0 degrees there, and then we'll pop that on there. And we're near as damn it 45 degrees. Okay, so let's make a start. Right, so this is test number 1. Sherpa with standard wheels, weighted at the front only. It does have wheel weights, it does have hub weights as well, but they'll be in place for all the tests. Okay, see how we get on. 45 degrees. No problem at all. Right, we'll ramp up the angle and we'll keep going until it fails. So we are now at 50.2 degrees. See how we get on. Struggling a little bit. No. So good. Right. So those tests so far have been open diffs. Let's just lock the diffs. Nope, I think we've reached the limit. So 50 degrees on standard tyres and rims, but with some wheel weights. Right, let's try the Pro lines. Right, so we are at the same point that the stock wheels and tyres failed. So that is 50.1 degrees with Proline Flat Iron XL G8 with Proline, I think they're medium foams. Do you know what? They didn't do any better really. Let's lock the diffs, see if that helps. No dice. Now they are a little bit dirty, but I can't really see that making a huge amount of difference. Okay, so let's try the Louise CR-Champs. So these are on the same wheels that the Pro lines were on, same amount of weight, everything. I do feel I've done maybe a bit of a disservice to the Pro lines because they're not brand new wheels. These feel super sticky just in the hand, so let's see. Wow, no problem. Okay, let's ramp it up, see where we get to. So we are now at 51.5 degrees. So we are now at 55.1 degrees. I'm going for it because it showed off last time and went straight over the clamps. So let's see how we get on. We have definitely lost front end traction. I've got no steer. Oh, there goes my fake spare wheel holder. Let's try that again. Okay, so 55 degrees. I think at that point we've reached the limitations of the suspension geometry, not the tyres. I think the tyres would go up that. So I've got one other thing that I'm going to try while we're here, and that is a little link writer mod that one of the guys on the Facebook groups, whose name I will put up on the screen because I can't quite remember it off the top of my head. He's designed and sent me the files, so I printed that out on the 3D printer to raise the rear links, give us a bit of anti-squat, because you could definitely see the rear end squatting there and the front end losing traction. So let's give that a try next. This is going to be interesting. We're doing science. Okay, so after a little bit of 3D printing, we now have link riser on the rear links, top links that is. So in theory we now have dialed in some anti-squat and hopefully that'll push traction into the front wheels on a steep climb. So let's see. Nope. Let's lock the diffs. No, actually that's probably worse. Okay, so I've switched back to the standard link mount for the top links. We're back at 53 degrees. See how we get on now. So there we go, with the links in the standard position. It did find it a little bit more difficult to get up there, but it still got up there. So the link risers don't really make a massive difference. And I think of today's tests, the Louise CR-Champs are the winners. 53 degree incline. Okay, so there we have it. We've done all our tests. The Absima Sherpa stock wheels and tyres actually came out really well. They did very well. They were kind of equal in performance to the Proline flat irons. These are quite expensive. I think they're about £28 for a pair. They do come with the foams for that money. But one thing to bear in mind, if you do want to upgrade your tyres on your Sherpa, you are going to have to change the wheels as well because of that weird kind of 1.9 outer, 2.2 inner diameter that they work off. So it is going to cost you a bit of money. But the outright winners today were these Louise CR-Champs. They're super nice tyres from what I can tell. They're really nice and supple, very, very sticky. I'm really looking forward to getting out on the trails with these. I've not actually tried them outside yet. I'm hoping the weather will be good enough this weekend to get out and do that. I wanted to do a real world test outside against the Sherpa tyres. So as part of that, we'll put some running video together and I'll put that up on a separate video because that will be after this video comes out. So do keep an eye out for that. But that's going to do it for today. So hopefully you enjoyed the video, hopefully you found it useful. If you did, don't forget to do the like and subscribe and all that stuff and hit the notification bell so you can see that running video when it comes out and the next episode in the series. In that next episode of the series, we are going to replace the plastic gears in the gearbox for the Metal Gear set. And I may be replacing the motor, the standard motor for Holmes Hobbies Crawl Master Sport. We'll see when that arrives. That's on order at the minute, and we may do it all in one go. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Okay, it's bonus footage time. So if you stayed around long enough to get to the end of the video, we're going to do a bit of a bonus test now and see if all of this weight on the roof and the back end makes any difference to that crawling angle, or whether actually it's not a significant enough weight to make a big difference. So we'll set the ramp back up, we'll strip off all of these bits off the body, and we'll give that a try. Right, we're at 56.9 degrees. Done a few runs already, and this is where we've got up to. So I think the words we're looking for there are, wow, what a massive difference. So all I've taken off is the roof rack with these 3D printed scale bits, the fake spare wheel and the thing I used to mount it on, that's all that's come off, and we managed a whole 5 degrees more. That went up to a rather shocking 57 degrees compared to the 53 with all of that stuff on the top. Now I need to decide whether I'm going to put it all back on again or not.